remain calm and remain as composed as you possibly can. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see with KG, like I mentioned, how he could come in and be the X factor. And Cash Money, he's a big Magic user. He has 100% confidence with that Magic card. He will run the offense through Magic, and I believe that's his go-to guy alongside Yao. So he's going to take a lot of threes. He's going to be somebody who's going to try to dictate the offense and play at his pace. So definitely looking forward to seeing how those two different play styles kind of even themselves out and balance each other out.
All right, before we get this final started, Jimmy, putting all the pressure on you, who's coming out on top in this last gen finals?
It's going to be a close one, Chris. Both of these games, these sets are going to be close, but I'm going to go with Cash Money, aka Carlo, for the victory and bringing home the title belt. It's going to be really fun to watch, and I want to throw it back right at you and ask who you think is going to take it home.
Well, I don't want to play favorites, but what I'm going to do is throw to the finals matchup right now. Let's get to it.
Let's do it.
We are here in Oakland. It has been a long journey, all leading to this point.
A-Loki versus Cash Money Jay. Let's get into game number one.
Game one of the tournament was incredible. A-Loki got off to a quick 5-0 lead, but Cash Money Jay answered right back with a 7-0 run of his own. Tracy McGrady had a big quarter for both players, and at the end of the first quarter, A-Loki boasted a 7-point lead. The second quarter belonged to Cash Money Jay. LeBron James had a monster chase down block, which led to a Tracy McGrady three-pointer, putting Cash Money Jay back on top. A Yao Ming block helped Cash preserve a three-point lead at halftime and set the stage for an epic second half. In a back-and-forth third quarter, the big story was how it ended. Magic Johnson beat T-Mac for a slam dunk.
Johnson throws it down.
And then threw a full court assist to David Robinson for a buzzer-beating layup.
Glad, and you see him sit back, give it a little sigh of relief.
In the fourth quarter, trailing by 4 with a minute to play, Cash Money hit a big jumper with LeBron to cut his deficit to 2. On the very next play,
He gets the steal!
Magic Johnson got a clutch steal that led to an interior shot from Yao.
Yao goes up and in, brings the shot! What a play!
And with 30 seconds left, we were all tied up at 76. But A-Loki wouldn't be denied as Tracy McGrady rejected a screen from Yao Ming and buried a clutch three-pointer. Needing one final stop, A-Loki flew by Tracy McGrady with his own Tracy McGrady. But Cash Money missed the game-tying three-pointer. Yao Ming secured the rebound, and A-Loki would go on to win this wild first game.
Brian and Danny here at the My Team Unlimited tournament, doing some between the games coverage, and we just saw an amazing game one between Cash Money Jay and A-Loki. Danny, what was your big takeaway from that first game?
Wow, what energy to be live in person. An early jump for A-Loki. And then towards the first quarter, having a 10-point lead, I was thinking, are we headed for a 2-game, a short day here for Cash Money Jay? Not the case, man. Back and forth, over and over, to the point where we weren't sure who was going to come out on top.
I love that it was a close game, and one thing I was really looking at was Tracy McGrady. Just about everyone loves to use this card, and Loki got down to business with him. He was averaging 20 points per game in the tournament with T-Mac. He had 23 with him after the third quarter, so I was curious to see what he was going to do in the fourth quarter. T-Mac didn't score in the fourth quarter until a clutch three-pointer with 18 seconds left in the game, and that was all she wrote for A-Loki in game one.
Pretty fantastic. What you point out, too, is our expectation was not reality. Both teams very patient on offense, and whoever can stay calm enough to not make simple mistakes, I think is going to come out on top in game two.
Yeah, great game one. Now we're going to see what's going to happen in game two. A-Loki just needs one more. Cash Money Jay needs a big comeback. Let's see what happens.
In
Game 2, A-Loki picked up where he left off, as Magic Johnson had 2 quick dunks to open up the game, forcing Cash Money to call an early timeout.
All the momentum in the world on his side right now.
At the end of 1, A-Loki was up by 9. In the second quarter, just like Game 1, Cash Money made a big run.
Hey, and that's a big defensive play.
LeBron James stole back-to-back inbounds passes, which led to back-to-back buckets.
We are now back down to a 2-point game.
But Loki would respond nicely, ending the quarter with a big dunk from the big ticket. Then a huge steal and slam from Jonathan Isaac.
Jonathan Isaac, yes!
At the half, it was A-Loki 33, Cash Money 25. In the third quarter, A-Loki broke free. Scottie Pippen had a sweet blow-by dunk.
Nice action with Scottie.
And later hit a jumper to beat the shot clock.
And it's good!
He hit that.
And give A-Loki an 11-point lead.
Right now, we need Carlo to be the first one.
Cash Money got a steal with LeBron to open the fourth quarter, but symbolic of his second half, he missed the dunk.
Wow.
Meanwhile, Tim Thomas threw it down on the other end, and A-Loki was in full control.
Loki is on fire right now.
Loki earned a 20-point lead with a David Robinson dunk. Wow. And continued to pile it on for the final 2 minutes.
He's just been entirely unstoppable.
At the final buzzer, A-Loki won by 22 points and became the last-gen champion for the $250,000 My Team Unlimited tournament.
Hey, Loki!
Congratulations to A-Loki and the entire Loki family that came out to support.
City dwellers, goat boaters, gather around for your top plays of the week. I'm Kyle Speller, PA announcer for your Denver Nuggets. Let's see what you've been doing in Season 5.
That's the way to throw it down!
Rob Dan is in beast territory. Rescues the ball from the corner. Teammate saves the save. Oh, to an easy dunk. Just like you drew it up, right? Tydrick King is next in my team. Down by 4. Chris Middleton hits a huge 3. Oh! AD with the inbound. Oh, Dion Waiters. Dion Waiters, another 3. Completing a comeback, perfectly executing a rare reversal in fortune.
Waiters. It's good! It counts at the buzzer!
X-Chaos is throwing down next in the wreck. Oh, missed it. Oh, outlet, streaming down the floor to rise up. Oh, the slam on 4. Jump if you must, but in dunk, we trust. Spectacular. Rocketing out of here with TPW and my team. Down 2 points. Kyle Korver. Oh, he got 3. And he might get 4. Caught Scottie in the air and made the shot. Oh, it's only fair, baby.
Big time bucket to put him in front.
Time to choose a winner fast. Just kidding. You've got like 10 more seconds. Relax, make a good choice here. Next time you're on social, send us your best plays using the hashtag 2KTVWow, and you could be featured right here on 2KTV. Well, I'm taking Super Mascot Rocky to get some new shoes. It's a chore, never sitting still. See you next week.
I'm King Havoc, and I'm from Queens, New York.
My name is Justin, or Churchill Downs. I'm from Maryland.
I know not to take him lightly. I just gotta read tendencies on how I was doing during the tournament, during the Xbox side, and try to make him uncomfortable.
You gotta keep calm, like, especially if you're playing in a big game like this, you just gotta stay calm. And if you go down, you just gotta keep your composure.
King Havoc gets a nice bucket there.
Oh my God.
Don't get complacent. Don't take anybody lightly. Also, when you're playing, because it's a lot of money, you're gonna be playing nervous. Just calm down and have fun.
All right, we're back with Jimmy, aka the My Team Professor, and now we have the current gen finals coming up right now between Churchill Downs and King Havoc. What can you tell us about their starting lineups?
Well, there's a lot of similarities. We see Yao, we see T-Mac. We got Ben Simmons versus Magic Johnson, so that's going to be interesting to watch. And I see Tim Thomas out here and Jonathan Isaac, and again, David Robinson, like I mentioned. So it's going to be very fun to see how those cards go up against each other. There's some differences. Tim Thomas is a game changer, and I'm very excited to see Magic versus Ben. That's the matchup I definitely want to tap into because those are two of the best point guards in the game right now.
And I know you mentioned Tim Thomas earlier when we were breaking down the last gen finals. What makes Tim Thomas such a great card, and how can fans get their hands on him?
He is the lock-in reward for the Pioneer set that came out way back when, and he still had longevity, and he still maintained a great presence in this game for all these months, which is pretty remarkable if you think about it. And Tim Thomas does it all. He shoots well, he can dunk, he can drive, he can defend on the wing, he can run several positions. Just a card that can really do it all for you, just like all of these cards. But it's going to be really, really fun to watch him go up against Jonathan Isaac. I'm very excited for that matchup.
What are some trends that you've noticed with Churchill Downs and King Havoc to help them get to this finals moment?
You've got a great offensive player in Churchill Downs versus an incredible defensive player in King Havoc. King Havoc lives up to his name on the defensive end. So he's going to rotate on D. He's going to play the passing lanes. And Churchill Downs is definitely somebody that likes to shoot a lot and really score at a high clip. So that's the matchup here to watch, is an elite offense versus an elite defense.
All right, Jimmy, one more thing I want to talk about, coach cards. What can you tell us about the coaches being utilized?
One of the biggest things, as I mentioned, Chris, is floor spacing. And you're going to see Monty Williams run in this tournament. And he had a great run as one of the best coaches in the game. He still is one of the best coaches in the game. But I look at King Havoc, and he's running Don Nelson as his coach. You can earn Don Nelson through collector level, and he's a rewards card. And pace and space, great boost across the board. It's going to be really interesting to see, because I mentioned King Havoc and his defense, but Don Nelson is going to give him a big boost to his offense. And I'm definitely excited to see that, because Don Nelson, statistically, on paper, is the best coach in my team right now.
And you said it best, elite offense versus elite defense. Any early predictions for the My Team Professor?
This is going to be another barn burner, I think. But I think King Havoc's defense wins the day. We saw what he can do in the tournament. He was definitely causing a lot of havoc and definitely getting in the passing lanes, like I said. And it's going to be a fun one to watch. It could go either way. And I'm interested to hear your prediction. But I think I got to go with King Havoc in a slim margin.
Watching Havoc wreak havoc on the entire tournament, that defense is pretty elite. I think he potentially has the best defense in the whole tournament, so it will be interesting. But in my team, if you get hot and you know how to exploit those defensive matchups, anything can happen. But who cares about our predictions, Jimmy? Let's get to the action right now and find out who's going to be the current gen My Team Unlimited Finals champion. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Give it up for our first contestant, Churchill Downs. And our second player coming out to the stage, give it up for King Havoc.
Churchill Downs, absolute animal.
But King Havoc is a defensive beast. This is going to be a real good David versus Goliath matchup.
Churchill Downs opened up the game quickly, scoring consecutive three-pointers.
Oh my God.
And King Havoc fired right back with 5 points of his own. The heat of this finals matchup was on.
Yao gets the board for King Havoc.
King Havoc began to lock in, securing a 12-8 lead on a Yao Ming dunk and holding Churchill Downs to only score 2 more times in the first quarter.
That looked like it might have been a little off to the right, too, for a second. You see that little roll.
Magic Johnson slammed home an impressive and one to make the lead 10. Facing high defensive pressure, Churchill Downs struggled to make up ground. King Havoc took a 12-point advantage to halftime.
Wow.
That was a rough first half for Churchill Downs.
It was.
Without looking back, King Havoc propelled himself with an integral performance from Tracy McGrady, knocking in a big 3 to end the third quarter, up by 15 points.
King Havoc's confidence has
Muggsy!
Muggsy!
The community will be gifted a Muggsy Bogues card if you bring him out in the finals game. Just 1 second, that's all we need.
I'll bring him out.
He's there, look at
Oh, there you go. I didn't even see it. It's official. Shout out to Churchill Downs. Make sure y'all go ahead and lock in that code right now. That's fire. That's so fire. That's
Add it to your collection.
ISO, goodbye.
Patient play and consistent scoring in the fourth quarter would secure King Havoc his first victory in the finals.
The name of the game was pressure.
Yeah.
King Havoc all over the court, I believe, forced Churchill Downs to take 4 fading shots and a couple bailouts that turned into turnovers. And when it came to the matchup at shooting guard, the shooting guard use of Tracy McGrady for King Havoc, more than 10 points more than Churchill Downs' Tracy McGrady. There's your difference in the ballgame right there.
Yeah, but shout out to Churchill Downs for earning everyone in the My Team community a free Opal Muggsy Bogues card for getting him in the game at the end of the game. Not sure if he's gonna play game 2, but we're about to find out.
In game 2, Churchill Downs fought hard to earn an early lead, but it was narrowed to 17-16 after a Tracy McGrady 3 by King Havoc. Churchill Downs was forced into a series of tough shots and missed fadeaways in the second quarter.
Fading away here on the right side. Can't get that one to drop.
Offensively, King Havoc deployed a variety of scoring tactics. He acted quickly when the basket was open, with Tracy McGrady and Yao Ming leading the charge. Churchill Downs made a big push in the fourth quarter, getting stops and countering with a huge wing 3 from 16-bit LaMelo Ball to make it 57-59.
LaMelo! Yes! With the fader.
LaMelo would miss his next attempt, but hit a huge 3 to follow a Churchill Downs steal, taking his first lead since tip-off.
LaMelo from downtown!
We have a 1-point lead for Churchill Downs.
But it was short-lived. King Havoc answered back right away with a T-Mac dunk, retaking the lead, and it bounced back to Churchill Downs on a LaMelo dunk. With less than 90 seconds remaining, Churchill Downs missed a crucial Yao 3 after LaMelo ran out of stamina. King Havoc fouled, and again, Churchill Downs was unable to sink a 3 to tie the game.
LaMelo gets the space. Can he get the contest? He can!
He gets the contest, but he still has to play defense on the other side. He's got a chance right now. If he just sits here, he steps up, plays defense.
He's out of position. He's out of position! Oh, the switcheroo from T-Mac to put him up 5.
Control of the game fell back to King Havoc, getting the key defensive stops.
Oh, Tim Thomas, no! This game had everything that you could want in a 2K game. As a spectator, you gotta love it. And there you have it. We have another $200,000 winner. Your My Team Unlimited 250K tournament champion on the next gen side is none other than King Havoc.
King Havoc putting his city on his back, going hard for all of New York. Amazing work right there. King Havoc, 200K Richard.
Congratulations once again to our NBA 2K23 My Team Unlimited Tournament Next Gen winner, King Havoc! You're gonna have your moment here in front of the camera. Smile, wave.
Congratulations to the winners, A. Loki and King Havoc. We love to bring all of you the action right here on 2K TV. And reminder, you can watch 2K TV episodes both in your in-game phone and on .next spots in the city. Until next week, enjoy the game.
And with the season started up, these teams, Clark, certainly looking to hit the ground running this year.
Kevin, first impressions are important. A strong performance now in the early going can really alleviate some of the stress and bumps down the line and help your team build some positive momentum.
Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. Collins and Capella man the post positions. Prince out there with Young. And it's Hunter in at the small forward position. 4 on the clock. Here's Harden. Rebound by the Hawks. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
There's all kind of talk in the game today about stretching the floor, because when you do that, everything else just becomes a little easier.
He gets it in there.
Trae Young. And some crafty inside play from Young, finding a way around the defense to get his shot.
And the 76ers with possession. Harden bounce pass. And the foul called on MP. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
We're about 1 minute into the first. Harris against Hunter. Harris kicks to Harden. 5 on the clock. Off target with his 3.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Prince outside. The 3 connects from three-point range.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here is Harris. Boy, he just disappeared against Atlanta. They really needed him. 76ers moving the ball around. The 76ers with another miss. The Hawks with a quick start to this game. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
That's his first personal nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
AGA, what about these Hawks? They can really be fun to watch.
Yeah, and they just need to be more consistent, Kevin. It seems they can beat anyone on any day. If they can start doing that regularly, we're talking about big things in the future.
And that one's good. Maxey.
Took a little time, but they get one to go. Maybe they're warmed up now.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack. Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possessions. Boy, that's a look. He has to finish, and he knows it. Lone opportunity.
Prince, the pass to Young. Back to Prince. Back to coming off the assist from Young. And that's now 9 points for Prince.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
On the wing, Harris. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Unable to get that one. Up top, Capella. It's Prince on the wing, guarded by Harden. MP looking around. Capella buries it down low.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
Here's Harris after Clint Capella's bucket. Harden finds Maxey. To halt the run and slam dunk by Maxey.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Maxey against Prince. He gets that one. Prince has got 11 points.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
And, Greg, the Philadelphia 76ers have made it very clear that they are all in on a title run.
And their front office has been very focused on trying to get top-tier talent on this roster. After the trust the process era, they're now aggressively pursuing titles here in Philly.
Now, here is Young, coming off a solid outing against Philadelphia. Pass to Collins. Hunter on the wing. Young outside. Buries it from three-point range. Young's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Up their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
From deep, Harden. Rebounded by Capella. The Hawks leading by 15. And here's Prince outside. The basket good off the assist from Young. Young's got 3 assists in the game. Harden against Young. The 11-footer. Embiid, no good. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. Their last encounter was in Atlanta.
Yeah, they cruised to a win in these teams' last encounter, and their field goal percentage was off the charts.
Scorching and torching offensively. They were able to get everything they wanted.
Here's Tucker after the made shot from John Collins. Harden has a wide open look. The 76ers again can't hit it.
Well, he has not been sharp this period. Seems to be a little flustered out there, too.
Prince's shot is good.
Yeah, they've built up this lead 3 points at a time.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those threes early, and it'll open up the inside for him later on.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here.